I hope that they see that in this particular industry, the positives so far outweigh the negatives that I don't think there's a reason to let fear sort of rule the day and sort of inform the sort of ordinances we end up with.
So I think a lot of the pushback we get is, there's strangers coming to my neighborhood. I don't know these people. I don't feel like my kids are safe around them. But I think a lot of that is just being scared of people in general. It's a xenophobia. It's this stranger danger. I don't think you should make a regulation based upon fear.
A lot of hosts that I met, those are people who are struggling, and that's why they start renting their places to help their budget. And I feel that this is something that is great, and that's a movement that should not be stopped, really.
So a short-term rental gives an owner the ability to earn a living in a time of economic uncertainty.
My name is Lauren, and right around the time that my husband and I had our first baby, my own mother was dealing with some health struggles. She's disabled. And so my husband and I had kind of come to the conclusion that once I had the baby and also supporting my mom, it wasn't going to be viable for me to work anymore at that point. I have been a high school science teacher for many years and really enjoyed that. So it was kind of a tough decision to give that career up, at least for the next several years. And so we were looking at different options for me. What is something, given being a full-time caretaker for two people, that I could sort of fit into that and that I could viably do? And we came up with the idea of a vacation rental. I have been able to replace the income that I was making as a science teacher, a high school science teacher. I've been able to do it while being able to provide care for my mom and also take care of my baby.
My name is Alicia Dobrowska, and I'm a owner of Airbnb downtown Colorado Springs. I'm an immigrant from Poland. I moved here for over 4 years ago as a military spouse. And me and my husband started Airbnb because me as a military spouse, I didn't have easy time to find a job, since military spouses have the stigma that we're moving a lot. The current ordinance, in the form that it is right now, is going to hurt the hosts like me.
City Council's considering an ordinance that could potentially be pretty restrictive on short-term rentals, could potentially wipe out Hosty as a business. Hosty is a short-term rental management company. Here in the Springs, we manage around 40 properties. So Hosty, with our 40 properties, we employ about 20 people, most of them low income, minorities. And at Hosty, we like to pay a little bit more than other places like the Broadmoor. So we pay more than the Broadmoor for our housekeepers. So, to deny short-term rentals, to ban short-term rentals, to do a primary residence only ban, you're denying people jobs.
Well, what I do is I go to people's homes and I treat them like it's my home. When it comes to cleaning, keeping the upsake of the furniture, the property, everything around the home. Make sure everything is right, make sure everything is, perfect, for our next clients that come and stay in one of our Hosty Airbnb homes. Every week, I have bills every week. I got birthdays every 3 months. So I'm just trying to do whatever I have to do to, keep me happy, my family happy, people at work happy. And just, live and work, and, I need my job. Everybody needs some type of income, I can't be one of those lazy people that just, standing outside with a sign, when there's jobs out here.
In 2009, I got injured while in Iraq. So they put me in the rear, expecting to getting out I was in transition for 3 years. Since then, I just utilized my benefits from education that I earned through my service. I'm proud to say that I'm almost about to get my master's in operations and project management. I just have 2 more classes, so by December, I will earn that master. Our service is helping build memories for our guests, and I know they will share these memories with their families and their friends, and we're gonna end up having more visitors here in Colorado Springs. That's one of the things that we want. We want when people that never been here go back and say, wow, I stay in this beautiful city and in this beautiful home, and people were so friendly and the service was so friendly. They were attentive. Customer service was better than 100%. And of course, they're gonna bring more visitors, even if it doesn't come to our properties, but they will still come to our city.
If I were to have city council in front of me and I were able to tell them in person what I wanted them to know, it would just be that first of all, like, I do understand the need to regulate and to have ordinances for any kind of business and enterprise in the city, especially when you have something complex where you're paying taxes and you've got people staying in your house and there's liability issues and there's neighbor issues. However, I think that given the experience of myself and other people I know who also have vacation rentals, it is a net positive. It's a net positive for the guests, it's a net positive for the city, and I think it's a net positive certainly for the people who are running these businesses. I've seen very little in the way of downsides in terms of impact on the neighborhood, impact on the neighbors. I think that any regulation that happens should be with a mind to helping these businesses thrive in a responsible way and not as basically a means of stifling them.
So I don't think we should be afraid to share our city with people. We shouldn't be afraid to share our neighborhoods and what we hold so dear. This is how we learn new cultures. This is how we meet new people. That's what short-term rentals are providing. So to be scared of other people, to have this stranger danger mentality, it's not good for our city.